Hey, it's Amy with Alt 99.7. We are here with Fox and Ryan from Dexter and the Moonrocks. And you'll be in Columbia next week. So excited to see you guys. We're going to get to know the band a little bit, though, aside from just music. So we are talking on a Wednesday. We'll do a Would You Rather Wednesday. Would you rather only be able to eat breakfast food for the rest of your life? Introduce the cat, please.
This is Banshee, my cat.
Banshee.
She wanted to come say hi. I'm so sorry. I
Oh,
didn't mean to
well,
derail
now
that.
I need to get my dog.
Go,
Oh,
go,
well.
yeah, go get.
Go get the
Well-
dog. Where's the dog?
Okay.
So Banshee, she's young. We just got her, guys. Here we go. She's a girl cat. She's a Siamese short-haired cat. She has a brother. His name is Hermes. He's all black. That's why we
Do
got a
you
white
have
cat.
Hermes too?
Hermes is a thick boy. I don't know where he is. But
Here,
she
let's
wants.
call him.
She wants to escape. She wants to escape. So I'm gonna let her escape.
She made her appearance.
Oh my God! You got a puppy?
Is that
No,
her-
no, no. This is
Oh.
I got adopted this one a year ago. She's 3.
Okay.
This is Puff. She's not a looker, obviously.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh, she's the sweetest.
She's all right. She's a little rude. She's the only one that'll fit in my lap. My other 2 dogs are much bigger, so that's why
don't
she's
have-
miserable.
I don't have an animal here, but there's a dead stink bug I could show you guys.
No.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's okay. No.
Chat
That's
wants
fine.
to see the stink bug.
I'm okay with that. You know.
All right. Would you rather Wednesday? Would you rather
Okay.
be able? Would you rather only be able to eat breakfast food for the rest of your life, or
Uh-huh.
dinner food for the rest of your life?
Ooh. I've eaten a lot of dinner food for breakfast, pathetically. So I'm already kind of used to that.
I feel like that's a sign of a sociopath. Like breakfast
could
for
be.
dinner feels okay, but dinner for
Dinner
breakfast,
for
feels
breakfast,
very
yeah.
wrong.
I've had many I couldn't even put like an egg on a burger. Like no more eggs ever.
No.
Really?
No, I'm
No,
asking.
no, that's what he's
Oh,
asking. He's
yeah,
asking.
no.
He's asking the rules. Yeah.
No,
The
yeah, no
implications.
eggs. There's no breakfast food ever.
But
even during
technically, steak and eggs counts as a breakfast food if you think about it. And I know this because I did just watch Next Level Chef. Shout out.
Well, IHOP's got steak and eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going
I'm
breakfast.
gonna say dinner food. I don't want to say it, but I couldn't eat bacon and eggs for dinner every night.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not
I'd be
that
into
Midwest.
Pancakes, French toast. Oh,
I do love it. I couldn't
Yeah.
do it every night.
it's too limiting for Ryan.
Yeah.
Fox, what are you picking? Breakfast food
I'm,
for the
I'm,
rest of
I'm
your
picking
life?
breakfast. I'm picking breakfast. You know,
He's a big breakfast boy,
Yeah.
though.
Ryan, you know what this made me think of though, that we're talking about breakfast? Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no games? or
Don't bring that up. I don't want to talk about that again.
So would you rather have unlimited bacon, all the bacon in the world, but no games at all,
No games?
no games, or would you rather have games, unlimited games, but no games?
But no bacon.
See,
No,
No,
but
no, no, it's-
but no games.
Don't fall into the trap.
Mhm.
It's. Can I curse?
Yeah.
It's bullshit. Don't play the game.
It's a bit that this guy who has a podcast, he has everyone on, and he asks them this question every time he has someone on. His name's Schlatt. He's hilarious, and he's like, "Would you rather have bacon, unlimited bacon, or no games, or all of the games and no games?" And they're like, "But you mean bacon?" He's like, "No." And then he just rolls with it, and they're like, and he's
I
like,
don't know
"No, no,
how
no,
he
you
smells
don't
a
understand.
podcast.
Let me. Sorry, I didn't.
I'm
mean to
laughing
derail
at the
this.
professional courtesy. I don't
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's
Sorry,
okay.
my dog is throwing a fit real quick.
I think it's hilarious.
All right. So, Fox, pressure's on you. Let's talk a little bit about Dexter and the Moonrocks. You guys will be here on Thursday, February 13th. A little bit of a date night here in Columbia, South Carolina. Get ahead of the Valentine's Day crowd.
Absolutely.
For people who are coming to see your show, your background, you guys start as you test the waters as a country band and go, nah, that's not who we are. And then so you find your rhythm as a country grunge rock kind of mesh of everything. And I think one of the great things about music is that really authenticity is recognizable and oftentimes rewarding, monetarily, successfully, but also way more personally rewarding. What do you guys find like, you get to do this day in and day out? Do you feel it's like business almost, or do you still find that personal, like get that personal reward and you still have that love and passion for it?
I don't think we've been doing it long enough for this to feel like a job. Like it's not like we're at the point of it's like, man, we're the Rolling Stones and gotta go to the no.
There are moments, I speak for myself, like at home where it's like you have 4 calls scheduled in 3 days to talk about one thing when you could talk about them all in the same call.
Yeah.
That part kind of feels a little officey, but that's only when you're at home.
Yeah.
And the smallest of prices to pay for the best job in the world. But for me, when you're out on the road, it borderline feels like a vacation. To speak for myself.
Yeah. I've been in radio for well over a decade, and I have this I've really romanticized life on the road. And I just imagine you go, people are excited to see you, they sing your songs, you leave, and you're like, there's no bad energy or feelings. You guys just go rock a town and then get out of there. Do you have a spot, a way that you like to tour? Are you guys flying? Are you guys taking the bus so it's a little more camaraderie?
We have no money. So if you're listening to this and you want to give us money, that would be great. You can give us money by coming to a show, and we will give you a good performance. It's a little monetary economic exchange that we have. Shout out capitalism.
It's the business model.
Yeah, it's the business model. You know how things work. We exchange goods and or services for your money.
If it makes you feel better, I talked to the Kings of Leon, and they have 1 billion streams of Sex on Fire, and they got paid $45,000 for it. So split between 4 band members. Plus, by the time you pay the government their taxes, all your managers and agents,
it's about
and everything,
$6,000 a piece.
Hey, yeah. But you know what? But they sold out Bridgestone Arena, so they're
okay.
They're doing okay. I know the ticket prices and the overhead of what that would be, so they're doing just fine.
Kings of Leon doing a little bit better than Dexter and the Moonrocks.
Currently,
yeah. Currently, yeah.
We're coming for you.
Yeah, they're on our vision board for bands we have to take down.
Make sure you pack your Kings of Leon voodoo dolls with you when you travel.
No, realistically though, they're one of the most important bands in my life. So that was all a joke. Caleb, please don't ruin us.
No, but so we don't have a bus. We can fly kind of. We're getting to the point now where flying isn't this, holy shit, we can't do that. We have no money. It's kind of getting to a point where it's well, maybe we could fly. Maybe instead of being, because we don't have a bus, so it's a van, right? A church van is the vibe. It's well, maybe instead of sitting in this for 15 hours, we could fly.
Yeah.
So we're getting there.
This is the important part, though, right? People often, and I forget, it might have been Big Sean who said it took me 10 years to become an overnight success. I think this is the stuff that people don't know about. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of people hear the glitz and glamour, but it is a grind. And you know.
Oh, yeah. It's 100% it's a grind. But also to the people who are you gotta suffer to appreciate the success. Fuck you. That, sincerely.
Suffering's a choice.
In
this business.
It really is.
Not clip that. That could ruin our careers. I mean, specifically us 4 in this job.
Sound clip, yeah. Okay, guys. I'm gonna get my 15 seconds of fame off of this, and we'll move on. One of the banes of my existence is social media, and I didn't know if you guys feel any pressure as a band to do content. How do you guys feel? Social media is a part of pretty much everybody's life all day long. Do you feel any pressure to have some sort of consistent content or to share these things that you might just want to enjoy in real time and not have to be hey man, this is really fun, but we should film this and make sure we get this up?
Real quick, Fox, because you're the guru, from a non-social media captain standpoint, it seems like people not are uninterested, but show less enthusiasm when we've done clips on the road and stuff like that, and they're more interested in James eating a stick of butter out of the fridge to promote a show kind of thing, and that I mean, this was 2 years ago, and I mean, things are constantly evolving and stuff, so I've never had a true grasp on what our steady content should be.
I think the biggest thing is we're kind of making a shift from this, but when you have no resources, you're trying to be I think the general thought for how we did social media was hey, fuck it. We're just going to try and cast the widest net possible and we're just going to post outlandish shit, because I think so many people focus on like, well, it has to be a TikTok song and stuff. And like rock historically doesn't do well on social media, because rock is like it's just a wider base, right? And so we kind of looked at it as like, we're just going to do outlandish shit. And if you just look at us, if we just get on your For You page, our music is so good. We believe in it so much that if we just land on your For You page, we'll have you as a fan for life. And that's kind of the strategy that we took. And it got a little to the point of like anxiety, where it's like, man, if we don't go viral, we're not going to sell tickets. We're going to have to go back to working a 9 to 5. This isn't going to work. And that that freaked us out a little bit, freaked me out a little bit. I don't want to speak for everyone, but that was like an anxiety thing that like I had to deal with. And now it's like, oh no, we have a fan base. We have people that care. And so now we're kind of shifting from this like cast a wide net, go super viral, to this like, okay, how do we now transition from like, okay, we're promoting ourselves with silly memes and stuff like that, to like, okay, here's our actual personality. And now that you guys are here and you love us, here's what the music is and how we create it, and like more being a band, I guess.
And it goes back to that authenticity, right? Like, it's exhausting trying to showcase something or be something. And I think people appreciate much more things that they can relate to, whether that's just eating a stick of butter, because I'm sure we've all been there at some point, you know, like, we've all had those stick of butter days. Any pre-show rituals for, I always think Michael Phelps had talked about how he had this long, like 2-hour ritual to get ready for a meet or a swim or whatever. And that he had done it so much that he could just do the last like 60 seconds of it. So if he was ever running late, and he would get him in, you know, the mindset. And of course, we all know the Michael Phelps story. Do you guys have any pre-show rituals that you do to like, all right, all the anxiety, all this other stuff that you have to do? There's bills that come up, you know, is the cat okay? Doing those things like that you get to get on that stage and performance, so you can go on the stage and give your fans and your audience the best version of Dexter and the Moonrocks.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, so a lot of people ask us, you know, like, who's Dexter, like this whole thing. And Dexter's this guy we've trapped in our basement. And so we always put a live chicken on our rider. And a big thing for us is we go into like the restroom, light some candles, and we'll cut the chicken's head off and then drink from the blood. And that kind of gives us our artistic ability to go out on stage. And it also lets us keep hold over Dexter, because there's a few like dark arcane rituals I can't really get into, or like I'd have to kill a lot of people if we talked about it, you know?
Not many people see this.
Not many people know, no. And really it came about because Al Pacino's version of the devil from the Keanu Reeves movie that he did, where he was the devil, I think it was called Devil's Advocate. He really approached us, and we signed a deal with him. And so we have to.
That's, you guys are really 75. You're just very, you know.
We gotta make sure we're on that. So do I feel bad that we have to kill a chicken every show? A little bit, but
they're gonna die anyway.
At the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. You know.
Do you eat the chicken after the show?
No, we just drink its blood, and then we leave it there. For venues hate us.
See, I feel like
leave a dead chicken carcass in the bathroom.
I feel like PETA's gonna have a problem with that too. It's one thing if you use the, you know, for food and you make something out of the feathers and things like that. But
yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't. I think I could take PETA. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was 5'8". He was a baker in the Hunger Games, so I don't think PETA would be that big of a challenge for me. I'd be more concerned.
He was stocky. He was a sturdy boy.
He was a sturdy boy. But, you know.
Hilariously, all that mumbo jumbo, we actually do pray before each show. We really do.
Yeah, that's real, actually. Yeah, that's real.
Hilarious. After what he did. Yeah. I think we have our own individual things that we do before like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Fox will vanish and he come out sopping wet from a shower.
Yeah,
we go on in 6 minutes. He's like, "Oh no, we're good." Yeah. He just always makes time for it.
I take cold showers. Also, if I'm not in a good headspace, I will listen to Hot to Go, and that like straight up, I'll listen to Hot to Go, and I'll listen to just some like cunty ass like girly gay pop music, and it like if I'm like feeling like I'm not about to put on a good performance, I'll just go listen to that, and it fires me up, and I'm like,
it just turns everything around for you.
I'm ready to step on stage.
I want to preface this question by letting you know I'm originally, even though I'm in Columbia, South Carolina now, I'm originally from South Jersey, across the bridge from Philly.
Okay.
So big game this weekend.
Yeah.
Who are you rooting for?
You go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
Patrick Mahomes already has enough. You know what I mean? Like, I like Jalen Hurts. I want Saquon to get one. I don't like the whole like I'm against the Chiefs because Taylor Swift. Like, I think that's fucking stupid. Like,
It's so weird,
like
is it not?
be an adult. What do you mean? What do
Yeah.
you like? Stop.
And she's all the camera time that people are. I'm like, she's not the one. The NFL is
Yeah.
filming her. Do you know how much money they've gotten off her coming to the game?
And how
Yeah.
much like that's good marketing, right?
Yeah.
Like so, but I do want. I don't know. I'm a hater. I'm a hater at heart, and anger fuels my body. So
Hey.
I'm going with the Eagles.
I hope they both lose.
Yeah, honestly,
Only because the Luka just got traded from Dallas, so I am borderline abandoning all sports fandom. But I can't root for the Eagles because I'm unfortunately a Cowboys fan, or a Cowboys supporter. I don't know if a fan's even a right word anymore. But
what I think would be super sick is if we're in the second quarter, the Chiefs are on the south end zone. Okay, about to score, right?
I thought about this.
And 100%. And then out of the north end zone, right, the tunnel, Bane from from the Dark Knight Rises, comes out. The whole field collapses, but because everyone's on the far side of the field, everyone's safe. It doesn't matter. And then one of the snipers takes him out. Threat neutralized. Super Bowl postponed. No one dies.
No one dies and no one wins.
No one dies, no one wins. And everyone's safe. And then Travis Kelce proposes to Taylor Swift. And then they get married. And instead of having a Super Bowl, it's their marriage. And then Kendrick Lamar plays Not Like Us on Drake's grave.
It's a real
that would be my ideal Super Bowl. What would happen right there?
That sounds like a couple of weeks worth of things.
I think we could do it if we planned it.
Don't say we. This is terrorism, buddy.
At what point does the NFL cut away from?
Is it terrorism if no one gets hurt? Yeah, still terrorism.
Yeah.
Do you think Kendrick Lamar plays Not Like Us at the Super Bowl?
I think he plays it 9 times. I think it's the only song he plays. It's just that song.
I think he will do whatever he wants, and rightfully so.
He wore a Canadian. Did you see he wore a Canadian tuxedo to the Grammys? What a savage!
Yeah,
what
he can and will always do what he wants.
Can you be a savage if you're like 5'3"?
Dude, yes. Well, I will never say a bad thing about Kendrick Lamar, ever.
You won't catch us say anything.
Did you see that picture of him with Miley Cyrus? And there was somebody else in the background. I can't remember. There was another woman in the background.
I don't know. He was short.
So
he looked great. He looked. I haven't even seen it. He looked great. He looked beautiful. His skin was great. He looked muscular. He looked happy. Kendrick's the best. I have nothing to say.
We're just getting started in our careers, so we cannot afford to say anything else.
No smoke with Kendrick.
Correct.
Yeah, because what the fuck are we going to do? Write a diss rock song?
He'll never hear it.
Never. What do you mean?
Yeah.
There's a reason beef doesn't exist in the. There's a reason when beef exists in the rock industry, it's Fred Durst on stage being like, "The lead singer of Creed's a fucking bitch." This next song's called "Break Stuff," and that's the
rock bands just sue each other when there's beef.
I think
there's no real threat.
The Rolling Stones and the Beatles had a little bit of a back and forth, right?
Who cares about?
What are they gonna do? Yell at each other and then go eat fish and chips? Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure that one of those bands has some dangerous.
We look forward to seeing y'all in Columbia.
Yeah,
make sure they know that you need a chicken backstage, a live one.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm gonna say this right now. That was a joke. If you bring us a fucking live chicken to
you're banned for life.
I will run away, take your photo, and give it to every security officer ever.
You'll
and
be
you will never. Do not bring us a live chicken, please, because someone will.
Surely we wouldn't have to deal with it. I feel like it would get taken away before we even saw them.
Dude, we'll say shit on interviews, and people would be like, "I brought you this exact thing," and I was like, "Could you clearly not tell I was joking?" What do you
Read the
mean?
room.
We brought Al Pacino and a live chicken. Guys, listen, enjoyed the time, enjoyed the conversation. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
Go
Thank
stream
you.
our music. Go buy
Everybody-
our tickets. See you in Columbia. We love you.
Everybody say go birds.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Bye, y'all.
Bye.